What's up, guys? We got some shorty content coming later in this video, but I know you're all here for an update on the new truck that we have coming to the channel, hopefully not too terribly long from now. And I don't know about y'all, but I am so freaking excited. We haven't had a new truck in quite a while. The whole experience of ordering it, delivery day, and that first drive is just so awesome. And of course, it's all thanks to you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about the previous video where we went and test drove everything. Starting off with Toyota, because there was a lot of people saying, you should have went and drove a Tundra. You just totally didn't even give it a shot. And my response to that is, in a world where the V8 is slowly getting pushed out, but we can still get a V8 from the factory, I'm going to order a V8 factory truck, okay? So in the future, 10 years from now or something, there's probably not going to be any unless we have a 180 with the world somehow. And then we'll buy whatever EcoBoost or whatever the case there is out there. But for the time being, while V8s are available, I'm buying a V8. So when the video dropped, there was an overwhelming push for Ram. Ton of people saying, try the Ram, which at first I was like, man, this is just so weird because I've never had a Ram on the channel. Why are so many people saying get a Ram? But then again, it makes sense. A lot of y'all like to experience things with me, so we've never experienced a Ram. That would make sense to get that. Now, looking back at the truck that I said I would get this one if I was getting a Ram, that was kind of dumb because I should have known that it was priced out too much for me to be interested in it, and that was definitely the case. $78,000 for a truck, I really have no interest in it. I don't care if it's a $2,500 or what. That's just so freaking expensive. I don't have the desire to have a $1,500 car note. Now, if it was a TRX that we could get for that kind of money, I would be interested in that because those trucks are absolutely insane. But for a normal truck that's just really premium, I don't have any desire for that. So with that said, no, I did not order a Laramie Ram. Chevrolet. So a lot of y'all said, yes, you should get that Duramax. It would be a cool experience. And while I did enjoy the drive, I know y'all couldn't really hear much or see that much because Mr. Herman was chatting it up with me a lot and had to cut out a ton of that driving experience, but it was cool. It felt all right, but for what the engine is and the capability of the aftermarket, I just don't really have that much desire for it because yes, there's certain things you can do to that truck, but I can't say, hey, here's what I'm doing today, guys. Let me film the whole process. And so that kind of eliminates it for me. I don't care if a vehicle is slow, if it sounds good. Sound just means so much to me. Like Denim, it's sitting over there. Slow as a slug. But I freaking love that truck because it sounds glorious and it's just an old experience. And it doesn't matter if it's quick or pulls good. If it's silent, doesn't sound good, I just don't have that much interest in it. Just like the Lightning. The Lightning was fun for an hour. It was quick. It was exhilarating. But it had no drama. It had no soul. I wouldn't want to own one, okay? So, obviously a lot of people said, yes, get a 6.2. We loved the Trail Boss. I loved the Trail Boss. It would make sense. So I did go on Chevy's website and spec me out a truck. And just talking price with you, not that whatever. It was a 6.2 RST. They have some good color combos. Leather interior. Sunroof. You have to get the sunroof. If you order a truck, you have to get the sunroof because it's such a cheap option and it makes a world. I don't even care if you don't like a sunroof. Just go ahead and get it. It's like a $900 option and it's going to dramatically increase the resale of your truck. So I don't even care if you don't like sunroofs, just order it. Anyways, that truck priced out about the same as that Duramax that we drove. Now you can get the 6.2 with a lower trim option. So we'll move on to Ford. So once again, a lot of y'all, just like me, were shocked by how many 23 F-150s were sitting on the lot. A lot of y'all saying it's because they don't discount them and they're overpriced trucks, which I can agree with. I don't know why there's not huge stickers on those trucks with major discounts. But then again, I don't own a Ford dealership, so maybe I am just not thinking correctly. Either way, a lot of y'all excited that I did find that regular cab 24 Coyote four-wheel drive. A lot of y'all saying that would be awesome. Super fun truck, way more budget friendly. However, there was some criticism, people saying you already have Shorty, which is a regular cab, don't get another regular cab. Well, I can totally see that. 100%, but we've also had a bunch of 4-doors. I mean, I'm looking at Betty, Denim, here, Chomper. Now, I did go on Ford's website, price out multiple different trucks, or spec them out, which Ford has dramatically decreased your ability to spec trucks out. Like on Chevrolet and stuff, and Ford in the past, you could pick a ton of different options, check a bunch of different boxes, or not check boxes and mix match it, right? You know, like if you wanted to get a cloth interior with a sunroof, things like that used to be possible. So now Ford has kind of not done that. There's some good, or like I was talking about in that video, you get the nice screen and the digital dash on all models, which is great. Obviously, that's what brings the price up of trucks every year, as you know, options just get baked into the base truck. Brings the price up, but then again, you do get whatever. Anyways, priced out a Lariat, which was kind of similar to the RST and that Laramie, kind of, sort of, not really. Laramie was just so insane. Either way, it was about what the 23 trucks were on the lot. Of course, that's just MSRP. With that said, don't be mad at me, but I'm not telling you what I ordered, because I think that would ruin the whole experience, y'all. We got to be patient. Y'all, I think, would enjoy a video a month, 2, 3, however long it's going to take. Hopefully not that long. For a video just out of the blue. Boom! New truck's here. Come check it out. Surprise. Rather than me telling you today, oh yeah, I ordered the Tundra. And then you have nothing. I mean, you have it to look forward to if you wanted me to get that truck. But if not, even then, it's like it's not a big surprise anymore. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. One of the trucks that I mentioned today has been ordered, and this will probably be the only update I give, so that there is full suspense and hype for it, because I like that. I like when people do that on the videos that I watch. So I feel like it's the same thing that I just use in my videos. Anyways, so there it is. I'm excited. Hopefully y'all are excited. Truck is ordered. It'll be here when it's here, and there will be a video, and it will be awesome, and it will start a whole new series. But with that said, we're probably gonna have to say goodbye to something before then. So we got a little time. We got a little time to have fun with whatever vehicle it is, but something's gonna have to get sold before that gets here. So with that said, drop your comment. Let me know what you think we went with, and enjoy this video of Shorty, where we do our best to correct the Chevy lane. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Shorty video. Today I'm either fixing the Chevy lane or I'm putting the leveling kit back on this thing, because I'm sick and tired of not being able to drive it because we don't have it properly aligned, because I don't want to waste $160 to get it aligned and then me not be happy with it and end up swapping it over again. So we're fixing it today. Where the leveling kit's going back on, and we're going a different direction with this truck, because I'm freaking annoyed at this lowering kit. So we have this side pretty much dialed in. I like it. I think it sits proper. It is four-wheel drive, so we can't go super slammed in the front, and I don't want it super squatted in the back either. I think this sits pretty freaking good. But the problem has always been the passenger side. So if you look at that gap, not too bad. We're in 0.5, so it's pulled out a little bit. Come over here. That looks freaking horrendous. So I got a tape measure, because we're going to measure. So if we go from the fender to the tire, if I take it out of 0.5, it's maybe right at 3-inch gap, which is freaking huge for a 4-inch drop supposedly in the front. I know these trucks are big from, you know, the factory, but still. So if we go right here, we're like a 1/2 inch shorter on the driver's side than the passenger side, which obviously is throwing the whole truck off because it's kind of like twisted up. We're going to tear this truck back apart. We're going to take one of those rings out. Hopefully that's going to compensate for the difference of whatever is going on with the truck. I know GM Chevy lean is a notorious thing. Some kits supposedly correct it. I guess the McGoy's does not. We're going to try pulling one of those rings out. I don't think I'll ever get tired of how this thing sounds. So if you're not familiar with the McGoy's kit, it comes with these rings. This is what you put underneath the coil. It has a little hat that sits on top, which holds the coil in place. The more rings, the higher it's going to sit up on the strut. So the fewer the rings, the lower the truck will sit. I set it at the 4-inch setting. However, if I'm looking at these, I don't know if I misread the instructions. These are not all the same. So I'm guessing it's possible I did install more of these larger ones on this side rather than that side. So we're going to find out. We're going to take one coil. We'll take them all out, look at them, see if I did accidentally goof up and this is all my fault. Or if possibly, I guess we could take both struts out and do a direct comparison, make sure they all have the little coils or fewer of the larger ones. Either way, it could end up, after looking back at it, all be my fault. Well, I got everything torn apart, strut out, but in typical fashion, we got issues. So the centerpiece of the strut is free spinning when trying to take the nut off. It's a lock nut, which has got the O-ring on there, which makes it more difficult for it to release, obviously. So not able to get this apart, but thankfully I was able to compress the spring enough to get access to the coil or the rings down here. This is a short one or a smaller one. I'd have to rewatch the video. I can't remember how many I put in here. I think 4, but I can't remember. Either way, this was underneath it, and I was able to get the grinder and cut it in half. This is another small one, so hopefully removing this one ring makes it sit even with the other side. Either way, it's definitely gonna be a little bit lower. Only one way to find out though, I'm gonna throw it all back together, check it out. All right guys, just got back from a good drive to let everything settle, and we're a little bit closer, but dadgummit, we're gonna have to take another ring out. So after I put everything back together, drove, of course, then I look up the instructions to verify that each ring is a 1/2 inch. So each ring less is gonna be a 1/2 inch lower. I just put this on top of the tire, and then I was able to measure accurately. We're currently 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, sorry, higher on the passenger side, but we're almost completely out of gas, which if you know, gas tank's on the driver's side. So when it's full, it's gonna sit a little lower over there. So I'm thinking one more ring out and it should be perfect pretty much at all times. So unfortunately, I'm gonna tear it all back apart. Hopefully be able to cut another one of those rings off. Or I'm actually gonna get the torch out, try to get that bolt off. I totally forgot that I had a torch. I do. I'm gonna try to get that bolt off so I don't have to ruin one, but either way, another ring is coming out. Guys, well, here she is looking absolutely insane on this cloudy, overcast day, but finally got those 2 rings out, and I've driven like 2 days since doing it, so everything should be as settled as possible. Now, we're not on flat concrete right here. It's angled down and it's got like divots and stuff, so everything's not sitting perfectly flat, but we're gonna end the video off here because I think she's sitting good. She's looking good. It's absolutely filthy, but it looks like it's clean since it's overcast and everything's nice and reflective right now. But I think she is sitting so much better. It's full of gas, so all weighted down on the driver's side with the gas tank. And then now we're a little bit lower in the front. I think it actually might sit lower in the front than the rear now, which some of y'all I see in the comments tripping out about it. I don't think it's a big deal. There's a lot of people running way lower in the back on lower trucks than in the front. I know a lot of two-wheel drive guys, they'll slam on front and rear, but you know, we four-wheel drive, so we can't exactly do that now. I think it's a pretty proper setup going on right now. I'm still torn on the wheels. I don't know if it's the wheels or the tires I don't love. I like the wheels, I feel, but I'm just not crazy about the tire size. Maybe it's the roundness. I like the straighter edge on the lower pros. Do we go up to 24s? Do we go smaller? I also really like the Tahoe 20-inch wheels. Not the OG LTZs, but the newer ones. Thinking about getting a set of those because those would definitely be lighter weight. Thinking about doing a little low pro on them, maybe a little sticky tire. Actually focus more on having performance orientated wheels that are lighter weight and can actually be good for what we're kind of going for here. Like I said, I'm also debating on 24s, which would absolutely kill our performance. I don't know, part of me wants to, I'm gonna say it, a part of me does still want to sell this thing and get a two-wheel drive so I can really slam one. But then I do really want to supercharge it, and the four-wheel drive would be nice, even though two-wheel, it's probably what I'm going to run it in 99.9% of the time. And four-wheel drive kind of hinders us in the lowered life. I don't know. I'm torn. But I know we got a really good front-end upgrade coming very soon for Shorty that I think a lot of y'all are going to enjoy and probably do y'all's trucks as well. Keep it this height. Go lower. We can't go lower. Go higher. Level it. Put 24s on it lowered like this. Put the 20s. Try to squeak some more performance out of it before we do any other performance mods. I don't know. Whatever you're feeling with Shorty, let me know. We're gonna do a quick walk around on level ground so y'all can see how we're sitting. Let me know what y'all think. What y'all thinking? Driver's side looking pretty proper. Passenger side, also in my opinion, pretty freaking proper. I think the passenger back might be just a touch taller. Maybe it's not, maybe it's perfect. I don't know. I know the front's sitting way better now. So y'all let me know. That right there. Yeah, I think this corner is sitting just a touch lower, but like I said, we do have a full tank of fuel, so that's sitting right there. We'll verify it right there. Full tank gas. So yeah, probably half tank and lower. Probably sitting exactly perfect on both sides, I think.